You know, I really don't like using the lavs as someone who likes using big microphones in close proximity to the face, but it is what it is. Building the new studio. 2021, 42 is the number, 42. That's how many studio tours we've done this year. Epic studio setups, from small, minimal room in a basement to the entire basement of Tyler Bryant, to the incredible basement of Jordan Kreitz, to big commercial studios like Kevin Churko, Vance Powell. It's been an interesting ride. Lots of gems that I've taken from these videos, hopefully you as well. But I thought it would be fun to take a look back this year at some of the more successful videos on the channel in categories of 10. 10 of the most viewed videos and 10 of my favorites. Sit back, relax, hit the like button. Let me know down below which are your favorite and maybe which ones you'd like to see in the future. Let's take a look at the top 10 most viewed. Starting at number 10 was the great Derek Frank. Derek had, not anymore in there. That's what's also fun about this, is sometimes we get to capture a studio right before it changes. Derek had a studio in a shed in his backyard, a very tiny studio, is totally optimized for how he likes to work. I think he has now moved his studio into his basement. It was cool to capture that in the state that it was in. I will say the only drawback to Derek's video and his studio in general is that he's a PC guy. Yeah. Coming in at number 9 is Kenny Aronoff. One of the most successful drummers out there, has a great story. He's a speaker now, an author, but a tremendously successful touring and studio drummer, and amazing energy. We went to dinner for 3.5 hours, and then after dinner, it was like 10 p.m. We drove to his studio, then shot the video. And then after the video shoot, he stayed and kept working. That guy is a tank of energy. Lots of fun shooting that video. Number 8 is Tyler Bryant from Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown. Fantastic guitar player, really sweet dude. His studio was really cool because it is essentially a second living space in the basement that is fully functional as a band practice room that is ready to record with amazing gear. Also, if you guys want a shortcut to see these videos, you can check the link in the description. I will link the playlists to those videos. Coming in at number 7 is Michael Whitaker. Michael is a fantastically talented composer and musician and keyboardist. I found him actually on Instagram. He was just assaulting a synth. And then we met and I saw his ridiculous epic home studio in his basement. It's wild. What's cool about Michael's studio is not only is it just above and beyond as far as the facility, multiple rooms, the routing, the level of construction in his basement, but it has a very distinct style, and I love that. I love people who have their very own style. And then right after we did our video, he came out with a course on composing, which is just super cool. And he also has a YouTube channel, which is something I try to encourage everyone to do. Start a YouTube channel and just put your stuff out there for people to find. Coming in at number 6 is actually a friend of Michael's, which is Jim Daneker, another talented composer, musician, touring musician, keyboardist. He's also got a wild amount of keyboards, and everything's in one room in his house. And he also has a YouTube channel and a product that he came out with, Backstage Pass. Super cool. Congrats, Jim Daneker. Thank you for having me out. Number 5, David Dix. What I love about his studio is he threw up, I guess you could call it a shed, but it is massive as far as the square footage and the height. You'll have to check in the video for all the details on it, but there was so much space in that place and separate rooms, it felt like a big commercial studio. But because of the combination between the way he built it and him doing most of the work, which again, I love, I think the end of day cost for that build was $40,000. And for a facility at that level, that is incredible. What an amazing piece of work. And that was a really cool studio. Number 4, Diamond Productions. This was a really fun one. Travis, who runs Diamond Productions, had the most unique way of contacting me, and inviting me out because he's in North Carolina. That was such a fun trip. Getting to go out to North Carolina, first time out in North Carolina, and hanging out with him and his crew in that place. It's a rental house, and he converted the whole rental house into a studio, and so comfortable and just really great gear. And also Travis, just a great dude, talented drummer and producer and engineer. Got a good team over there, and that was a lot of fun to do that. So Travis, congrats. And coming in at number 4, that's awesome, because number 3 is Vance Powell. Vance, obviously a legend in his own right, very talented. Something I loved about Vance is he described himself to me as a roadie, which was so cool. And obviously talented engineer and amazing studio. He's actually converting his studio into an Atmos studio, which is crazy. If you follow him on Instagram, you can see he posts like daily updates of that conversion from his mix room into an Atmos mix room. So very, very cool. Number 2 is Jordan Kreitz. Jordan, I mean, gosh, Jordan's video went right to number 1, and that was amazing. His studio, just, that is an example of getting the opportunity to build your home studio into the home design. They built that house with the studio in mind. And I only know one other person who did that, which was Cole Capperin. Jordan's studio is amazing, all in his basement, but it's just on a whole other level. And there's a reason why it went to number 1 very fast. And of course, Jordan, just another awesome dude to hang out with. I mean, we spent a good amount of time there just because he's an easy guy to talk to, and we could talk forever. And amazing gear, very talented and smart guy. That was the 2nd video of the year, actually. So very cool. And then the number 1 most viewed video of the year was Kevin Churko. Now, Kevin's studio is another commercial studio. There's only 2 commercial studios on this list, and it's Vance Powell's and Kevin's. But Kevin has a massive facility in Las Vegas. Kevin's video was amazing for so many reasons. One, we did it so fast. That facility is so huge. Kevin is a legend. He is in the rock world, but he also runs a studio where they do huge hip hop sessions, and he has just an amazing collection of gear, and the facility is really cool. The Hideout Las Vegas, that was really, really fun. And Kevin also so down to earth, so fun to hang out with. Next time though, I'm gonna come hang out with Kane. Kane wasn't there. I think he was sleeping in or something. I don't know what he was doing. So those are the top 10 most viewed videos on the channel for 2021. Congrats to everyone. Congrats. Thank you guys for watching all of them and sharing them and enjoying them. Those were really, really fun to shoot. Now I'm gonna do some honorable mentions for those who didn't make the top 10 most viewed, but were some favorites of mine. Mark Sebelius. Mark, a very talented songwriter and also just very down to earth dude who is a great writer, singer, musician, but also slays at tennis. And I love that his Instagram is so much of him playing tennis. He has a great room built by Josh Niles Acoustic Design here in Nashville. And I love Josh, just builds amazing studios. So that was a very cool one in the sense that it was a beautiful building in the back. That's just one room. He really maximized that room, and the way he uses it is very modular, and I just hadn't really seen that before, and I loved that. Very cool, Mark. Thank you for having me on. All right, now the next one is Thomas Doolin. His studio was so cool because it was a 2.5 car garage or something. It had some sort of an extended back part of it that made it go a little bit deeper than the typical garage. But he took that garage and turned it into the most functional and creative, cool space for multi-tracking. There's several booths in there. He's got a nice, beautiful live room with high ceilings. Great control room, the space, just the aesthetic, the comfort, the functionality. It was awesome. Thomas, very cool dude. And I also remember his HVAC system was very special and very cool, and I want to know more about that. So Thomas, let's get together and talk more about that. Up next is an honorable mention to my friends in Kansas City at JTL Group: Jared Logan, Zane Callister, Matt Boda, Judah Earl, Logan Murphy, and everyone else. I didn't even get to do videos with everyone out there, but we had so much fun. I stayed there for a week. All of those videos were so cool, and I loved just the whole concept that Jared has over there with the the building with multiple rooms. They all show up and go to work, but they have their own dedicated studio, their own dedicated booths, and the big, giant, amazing live room that they can all pipe into. Next door is JHS Pedals. That was so fun. You guys are just the best. I'm so pumped that I got to come out. Thank you guys are amazing. And finally, a special shout out to the last studio tour of the year. One of my personal favorites, Colt Cap Room. Colt's studio is so rad. Another studio built into the design of the house. New construction house, studio designed into that home build. And wow, I have never seen a bonus room like that. If you guys haven't seen the video, go watch Colt's video. It is so awesome. The studio is incredible. Colt just nailed it in so many different ways. And like I'd said before, I am now building a studio in a bonus room. So I'll be taking all kinds of stuff from his studio, just as I do from everyone's studio when we do this. And hopefully you guys do too, because there are so many little Easter eggs and gems in each one of them. So yeah, that's it. Let me know what your guys' favorites are down in the comments. Hit the like button if you guys like these videos. Thank you to Sweetwater for sponsoring all these videos. They just have been an amazing supporter. Also just the best place to get the gear. Yeah, they just give me free reign to talk about the stuff I'm interested in because, well, you know, all the stuff I'm interested in is available on their website. Links down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.